This one is racing for 10 Strike Racing. Randy Matthews claimed this one last out for 15. Elects to wait out the jail time, runs the horse right back for what he claimed her for. And she's a daughter of Gio Ponte, and I think she's well placed tonight. Rodney Prescott has the call. This one was third, beaten a length last time, but a length and a half, but had an excuse. Just missed second, was slow to begin, and I think this horse with a clean break will be much forwardly placed on the stretch out. Maison with Rodney Prescott, my top pick, 8-1. For second, number 1, Barton Hall. Barton Hall races for Sean Feld. Myler Ryder is a very good trainer. This one gets the blinkers on today with Julie Burke, and I think this one's a must-use from that rail draw. Coming in from Maryland off some 2 third-place finishes, actually 3 thirds in a row for the 25 then 2 $16,000 levels most recently. Making the Pala debut, did show affinity for the turf, but has been working very well down at the training center. And Myler Ryder is one you always want to use on your ticket. My second choice for third, number 2, Moments to Savor. Bull McKeever sends this one out. This is a 3-year-old sophomore daughter by Super Saver, and Martine Garcia has the call. She's making a big class drop here, and I think you need to use her in your exotics. 8-1-2. In race 3, that does start the single 6. Fourth race, maiden filly and mare, 5,000 claimer to go a mile. This is another one of those races that I think you can key in on. Now we're spreading. This is one of the races I have a strong opinion. Probably the most logical winner tonight, number 12, Cantaloupe Island. She's a 3-year-old daughter of Ghost Zapper, racing for the Brad Cox stable. Now she ran on debut at Indiana in a maiden special weight, was 9th, beaten 19 lengths. Nothing to write home about. That race was taken off the turf on the mud. I drew a line through that. Next time she ran, I bet on her, and she run third, beaten 2 lengths to Tupelo Honey. That one was coming from the Tom Amos barn. And this daughter of Ghost Zapper making the class drop, $16,000 all the way to the 5. I mean, she was third, beaten just 2 lengths last start for the 16. She's in for the 5 today, and she is a standout in this race for me, 2-1 on the morning line. For second, I'm going to go for number 2, Turkana's Freak. Now, this one was 4th, beaten 4 3/4 lengths on debut with an inexperienced bug boy. Gets Luan Machado, a 2-time Turfway leading jockey. Currently, I believe he's sitting second in the standings, or maybe a 3-way tie for second, but Luan rides this track very well. Positive jockey change, second start horse. The horse, I do think, is one that will benefit from the stretch out and distance. Racing today at a mile, I think the 6 furlong was just maybe one under the belt and trying to get this horse some experience, and I think she will move forward today. She's 10-1 on the morning line. For third, number 9, Red Hot Katie. Now this one has raced 11 times. She's still a maiden, but she had a kind of troubled race last start. I don't know what was going on, but she was really keyed up and keyed to go on. In fact, the short comment says raced rank early. Rodney elects to ride her back, so he must have figured something out. Of course, the $5,000 drop doesn't hurt either. Red Hot Katie has been racing 6 furlongs in the mile today. She'll be much forwardly placed, and Red Hot Katie, my third choice. In behind my most logical winner of the night, 12, Cantaloupe Island. I'll single her in all my multi-race wagers. Now, the late pick 4 starts in race 5 every night here at the track. Again, 14% takeout starting in race 5. There are several scratches, 2, 3, 6, 13, and 14 are out. My top pick was the 3. He's out. We'll save that one for another day. And we'll use the 12, Half a Manhattan on top. This one is a 3-time synthetic winner. Has never raced over the Turfway synthetic, but is 6 for 8 in the money, $52,000. So half of his wins have came on the synthetic. English Channel horses seem to run very well over here. So Half a Manhattan making a big class drop. Been racing exclusively in Starter Allowance Company for the entire page here on the program. Now 6 wins from 26 starts. The horse is 15 for 26 in the money. So certainly a check getter, certainly always on the board. I'm going to put him on top here tonight in the 5th. For second, I'm going to go for number 8, Shakedown Just Missed. Beaten 2 lengths last start for the 12-5 level. Ronnie Brown, 3 wins at the meet, jams him in for the 8 tonight. And this one had an excuse last start, was bothered in the beginning of the race, but did run on willingly, and Eddie Perez has the call here in the 5th. Now, number 9, Testy Kitten, comes out the same race as my second choice. In fact, this horse is a 4-time Turfway winner. The only time he was off the board was last start, and he was 4th. He's 4 wins from 6 starts, 1 second-place finish. Is another that makes a class drop. Will show some speed beneath Azael De Leon. 12, 8, 9 for me. Well, that's the first 5. We're going to take a little break here as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Turfway Park. Mutual windows are open. If you'll take out your programs, I'll give you tonight's late program changes. 8 races on the card. The first race is in 28 minutes. Polytrack fast temperature here in Florence, 28 degrees. First race from the track, scratch the bottom 3 horses. Number 12, Zidakai. Number 13, Tinken Ali. And number 14, Princess Mary Kate. 12, 13, and 14 scratch out of race 1, which starts at pick 5. Second race, scratch number 1, Magician's Bags. Scratch 4, Shorely. Scratch 13, Not Easy Being Green. Scratch 14, Big Jono. Second race, scratch numbers 1, 4, 13, and 14. Third race starts the 20-cent single 6 jackpot wager on the final 6 races on the card. Third race, scratch number 7, Sea Serenade. Number 7, Sea Serenade has been scratched. Fourth race, scratch number 4, Abstain. Scratch the 11, Salted Revenge. Scratch 13, My Sweet Painter. And scratch number 14, Outrageous Event. 4, 11, 13, 14. Scratch from race 4. Fifth race starts the late pick 4, just 14% takeout on that wager. Scratch the following 2, 3, 6, 13, 14. Scratch 2, G. Schnell. Scratch 3, Liam Bruno. Scratch 6, Top Credentials. Scratch 13, Prince Arlo. And 14, Gliding Alone. In the 6th race, there are no changes. Race 6 is clear. 7th race starts the late double. There are 2 scratches. Scratch number 2, Classy Justice. And scratch number 8, Miss Hannah. Race 7, scratch numbers 2 and 8. 8th and final race from Turfway Park. We offer high 5 wagering. There's a carryover of $441 in that $1 base wager. In the 8th race, simply scratch the also eligibles, 13 Ruby's Memory, and 14 La Dama. Numbers 13 and 14 are all scratched. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the changes at this time. Any changes coming in throughout the balance of the program, I'll get those to you as they do so. First post in 25 minutes. Welcome back to the show, race fans. We got through the first 5 races prior to the break, and we'll pick up where we left off in race number 6, a filly and mare non-3 claimant event, 15 down to 10 to go 1 mile. And race number 6, I'm going to go with number 6, Arian Ray. Arian Ray as my top pick. She is 6-1 on the morning line. Kim Hammond off to a hot start at the meet. She's 3 wins from 10 starts at the meet. This is a 2-time winner from 17 starts, and this is one that is making a class drop. Her most recent race, she was well beaten, 7th, beaten 16 lengths. That was over a sloppy going, and she really hasn't shown an affinity for the off-going, but I'm going to draw a line through that race. Hainesfest, a very good horse from the Amos barn. The horse that ran second, She Might Tell, came back in her next start and won for $25,000 level at Churchill, won going away by better than 11 lengths. The horse that beat her, Rogue 2, the start before, she won here last Wednesday in a first level allowance race. She was one of those that paid $90-something. And Arian Ray been keeping good company. She's daughter of Tapazar. She's coming from a red hot stable, been training right here over the track, 6-1 on the class drop. That's good enough for me as my top pick. For second, number 8, Seductive. This Irish-bred filly by War Command, racing for the Golden Acorn Equine of Jay Rice. Bill McKeever trains, and Joe Rocco Jr. had the call. This one was second last start, but was bumped up to first, as this one was off slow and then steadied and got kissed up for the win. She is a two-time winner from 10 starts, 50% in the money as she has 3 second-place finishes. Now, she's never raced here at Turfway, but she's 1 win from 5 starts on the synthetic with 3 second-place finishes, only missed worse than second one time in her life. Seductive, my second choice at 9-2. For third, I'm going to go for number 4, Nadia. This one was claimed last start for the $10,000 price by Clark Brewster and Steve Esmussen, and Deshaun Parker has the call. Now, this one is taking a step up for the 15 level, but it is kind of a similar race as that race at Churchill. That was a 10,000 non-winners, a 3 or wide open 3-year-old race, and this one seems to be there every time. She should get a good stalking position beneath Deshaun. 6-8-4 for me in race number 6. Now, the 7th race starts the final Roland Daily Double. The late double starts in race 7. It's a allowance event with a purse of $46,500 for fillies and mares which have never won 2 races a lifetime. We're going to take out the 2 and 8. And this is a wide open race for me. I end up going for number 7, Urban Insight, daughter of Street Sense. Charlie LaPresti was one of those that had that big price winner last week. And his horses seem to be getting over this track very well. And he's been training down in Lexington. Declan Cannon has the call. And this filly, I think, is very well placed tonight. I do think she'll show a little bit of speed. Now, she's got a race under her belt, and she has a 6-1 morning line odds, and it's my top pick. Urban Insight, most recent work at Keeneland, 5 furlongs, 102 and 4. So I think this horse has a big shot tonight. I wanted to use some prices in this card, especially late, as I think there's some value to be offered, and Urban Insight is my top pick. For second, number 9, Stolen Beauty. She's 3-1 on the morning line, owned by Stephen Lister in the Get Hot, Stay Hot Racing. She was a runaway winner last start at Churchill for the $50,000 level, win breaking her maiden. Steps up into the non-2, but her numbers fit very well in here. Whatever service you use for your past performances, her numbers stand out. And Stolen Beauty, daughter Tapazar, 3-1 morning line favorite, my second choice. For third, I'm going to go for number 4, Jenny's Beep Beep. She hasn't raced since December of last year at Tampa over a sloppy going, where she was a dominant winner, rallied from worst to first to win going away. She even had a troubled trip, as you'll see in the short comment, hit gate, steadied, and still won very impressively. Hasn't raced since then. Tony Granitz will have her ready to go tonight. She's got a good series of works, 2 works back. I like that November 16th work. You'll see she worked a half mile 46 and 4 there at Hawthorne. She was the first of 85 that day. Came back with a solid half mile to put some air in her. Jenny's Beep Beep, 5-1, my third choice, race number 7. The 8th and final is a filly and mare non-2, $7,500, claiming to go 6.5 furlongs. And there is a high 5 carryover, just shy of, I think, $445. And this race, I think it's between 2 horses and their bookends, the inside and outside. I'm going to put number 12, Despina, as my top pick. She's making a class drop. She was at for the $15,000 level last start. I'm going to draw a line through that race. She gets Alex Conchari back up top today. Doug Anderson's go-to rider, $7,500 class drop. And I think she has a big chance tonight. She's always on the board. Now, doesn't like to win, though. That's the only thing that does concern me. But she's always right there. You'll see 18 starts. She has 1 win, but 6 seconds and 1/3. So she's certainly in the money all the time. Number 12, Despina. She's a daughter of Caleb's Posse, and I think she will be forwardly placed from that high draw. For second, number 1, Aspen's Little Zip. If she had drawn any other position but the rail, I would have used her on top. I'm not going to use her on top going 6.5 furlongs, although that isn't as bad going as 6, but I'm not going to use her on top. I'm going to use her second just because of the post position. I think she's the best horse, but I think she's hindered with that inside draw. She has a 7-pound apprentice breaking weight in with 113 with Javier Padron. Gennaro Garcia, always a hot hand. He's batting 60%, 1-2-3 here at the meet. Claimed this one for 10 last start. Waits out the jail time, jams her right in for the $7,500 level. She will be a pace presence from the rail. I just don't know if how long she'll carry that speed. She's going to be covered up the entire way, be down, stuck on the rail. So I'm going to use her second, but she's a must-use in the 8th and final. For third, number 8, Bella Noir. Larry Demerit sends us an out. Julie Burke has the call. This one has never raced on the synthetic. She's 1 win from 8 starts, but this one is making a class drop, has been training very well. I wanted a price horse under those logical 2 favorites. She's 10-1 on the morning line, my third choice, 12, 1, and 8. Well, that's how I see it for this evening, this Wednesday program here at Turfway. 8 races, first post 6:15. Polytrack is fast. Good luck tonight.